Sup y'all, it's Fall Night and I hope you had a fantastic day today because today I'm here with you guys to rank every skills and 2004Scape on which one are the most useful to the one that are the really most useless ever. Yeah, I don't have a script for that. I just said fuck it, let's go with the flow. I had this idea and I was so happy to do it, so I hope you're going to like this video. And yeah, of course, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room. Yes, now I'm blonde. I'm a blonde pretty boy, what's up? Anyway, we're not here to talk about my hair, we're here to talk about the skills of 2004Scape. Oh yeah, first, maybe before that I should just do a disclaimer. So how it works is that for me, STR is like the skills that I like the top priority, the one that you should obviously train them, grinding, whatever the fuck you want with them, you should do them. They're really useful, they're almost broken in the game, they're like the meta kind of sort of thing. There's no meta of course in 2004Scape, but just to say that these skills are really important and they should be your top priority. A tier is not that there's not as useful as S tier, but they're not quite that priority. You know, they're really useful, they're really good, but it's okay if, for example, you want to maybe train another A tier skills or S tier instead. It's, you know, it's fine, but they're not broken, but they're really useful. B tier is that they're quite useful. You know, you can use them a lot quite often in the game and stuff, and grinding them can be a good idea. It's just not that it's not the core of your gameplay. You know, it's not going to be essential. 100% essential to grind them or train them, but they're quite useful. C tier is that they're pretty neutral. It's not that they're not useful, not neither useless. They're just kind of there that sometimes they can be useful, but not quite that well. But they're not useless in any means. D tier is that they're quite useless except in really specific situational that they can be useful, but outside of that they're not really quite as useful as all the other tiers above it. And as of F tier, there's no circumstances ever that they're going to be useful. Like, they're always useless no matter what, and they're either a waste of money or a waste of time. Anyway, you just shouldn't do them. At least not in your top, not in the early game, maybe not in mid game, you know, almost never. There's actually no reasons to do them. Let's go start with agility. Agility is quite fun in 2004Scape because there is not as much unlocks as you have in OSRS, for example, or even later on in the years. And 2004Scape, you have like 3 courses. I think you have the Gnome Stronghold, you have the Barbarian Outpost, and you have the Wilderness courses. But even before that, you never actually do the Gnome course or the Barbarian Agility outpost. You always do the Wilderness course, and even before that you do the Monkey Bars and the Edgeville dungeon, and even the unlocks, like you have the Crumbling Wall and Taverly to Falador, which really not that useful. And of course you have the Monkey Bars unlocks at level 15 that, yeah, you cannot unlock the Herd Warriors, but they're not really the meta. You know, you're not going to grind on them. You know, the drop table is okay at least, but it's not that useful. And as for the last one, the shortcut between the Cool Truck and the Serious Village can be useful if your goal is really to max out just mining coal, but outside of that it's not really useful. And of course, training agility makes your energy regen faster with your weight and stuff, but outside of that, not with your weight, it just make your energy recharge faster, which is quite good. But yeah, it's good, but outside of that, is it really worth it training agility? Outside of that, not much. I'm questioning myself between C tier or D tier, because even that, you're always going to teleport with magic anyway. It's not like you're going to run across the map. So for me, it's kind of D. I will put it at D for now. Maybe later on when I will continue the list, I will maybe put it up. For sure, it's not useless. For sure, it's no F tier and no ways possible. But for me, it's like a low C tier, high D tier. So for now, I'm going to put it there. And after that, we're going to take a look. All right, next one is attack. Attack can be, of course, really good. I mean, it's the base melee, you know, it's going to increase your accuracy when attacking, and then of course it's going to, you know, be able to wear better weapons. For example, runite in English at level 40, and dragon at 60. So it can be quite useful, but after that there's no real point of grinding higher than 60, because yeah, of course a higher attack is really good, but at first you will always prefer to have high strength, 99 strength over 99 attack for sure. And there's so many bonuses, there's so many ways to increase your accuracy with attack that you don't even need to increase it to levels to higher than 60 in my own opinion. But we should anyway put it at a place. Of course, it's Again, I think I'm going to put it at B. It's not A, it's not C, because it's quite useful. It's quite useful. It's good. You know, it's good. It's useful, you know. But I'm not going to put it at C because I think defense will be there. I don't want to spoil it, but I will tell you why after that. Cooking. Cooking. Where will I put cooking? Because cooking, there's no actually really, because yeah, it's quite useful when you want to make your own food, but either you're not really a skiller and you're just going to buy the food, or you know, make cheap one or easy one, or even buy them and stuff, or you're a skiller and you do it, but half of the time you're just going to sell your food. You don't need extra amount of food. So yeah, of course cooking can be quite good. I mean, you still also need 53 cooking for a quest. It's the minimum requirement for it. But even that, it's like, after that, is there any reasons to it? I think I will put it at C, because it's not that it's useless, it's not that it's most useful. It's C for cooking. I think it's the right spot for it, you know, and yeah, because it's still quite useful. You can make money with that. You can, you know, you can do a lot of stuff with cooking, but I don't know. I would put it at C for me right now. Crafting, it will be a controversial one, because crafting, of course, you can you know, you can craft all the dragon body pieces, but that's the problem, is that you can also get them in the hard clue. Also, grinding crafting can be quite a waste of money. It's really hard, and one of the hardest skill to grind in 2004Scape. I don't know, man. I don't know where I would put it, because of course making bowstrings is like the most important thing for new players, but it's only required 10 crafting. So after that, do you really need, I mean, to be fair guys, in my, you know, in my own situation, I trained crafting from level 10 to 55 only doing bowstrings. It's crazy, you know. So that's why I'm like, do you really need that much? I mean, should I? No, it's, oh, never mind. I think, yeah, never mind. I think I have one opinion about it. I think I'm going to put it higher than C for sure. I will put it at B. I just talked about the jewelry and about how you can make like dragonstone and all that stuff that requires a high level, like 80 I think, for dragonstone amulet. And yeah, and I think it was like 55 for ring of wealth. So I think just because of jewelry, I will put it higher. You know what? Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. But just because of it, I'm going to put it way higher, and I will put crafting at low B for me. I think it's a great spot. It's not that, you know, higher than that for me. I think it's the right spot for that. Next, we have defense. Defense for me, it's clearly C. No question about it. Of course, it's not useless, because defense is actually quite useful for real. But the only problem I have with defense is that it's not a necessary thing to play, you to be able to play all the game of RuneScape, of 2004Scape. The reason why is, for example, if you look at the quest requirements, none of it require a level and defense. None of it. So you can play all, can do all the quests in 2004Scape without having a single level and defense. Of course, you're going to be level 1, but outside of that, yeah, it's always going to be level 1. And there's also a lot of peers. Peers are players that only play with 1 defense for PvP reasons. But even then, they can play all the game without no issues with 1 defense. Of course, you're going to take more hits, so that's why you're going to need more foods. But outside of that, you know, you can play all the game without defense. So that's why I will put it at C. It's not useless. It can be quite useful, for example, if you're not a peer and if you want to play actually with high defenses and, you know, be able to wear Rune Knight and Dragon. But outside of that, it's not really that useful. So I'll put it at the C tier. Now, firemaking. Firemaking for me is the most controversial skills in 2004Scape, or just RuneScape in general. For me, it's so useless. It's never going to be useful. I think like you have maybe for 1 quest you have a requirement of 30 firemaking, but outside of that, firemaking is pretty much useless. You cannot do anything with it. There is no purpose to do it. I think it's just like when you light a fire, the higher level is, the more longer the fire stay. Who fucking cares about it? And it's just a waste of money, man. Just training the skills, it's either you're going to use all your logs you use while training woodcuts, but you prefer to use all these logs and fletching instead of firemaking, or you have to buy the logs and they can cost quite a lot of money. So firemaking for me is really the most useless skills ever in 2004Scape. I think nobody's going to, you know, say anything about it. I think we're all clear with that. Firemaking is clearly the most useless skill in 2004Scape. F is for firemaking, that's all. Next, we have fishing. Wow, fishing. What can I say about fishing? It takes a lot of time to train, of course, but we're not here to talk about if it's fun or not training the skill. We're here to talk about if it's useful or not. And if I have to think about it, I think like the requirement for one of the quests is minimum, like the highest is 53. Like cooking, where do I put it? Where will I put fishing? Because it's I think it's the same tier as cooking, but I will put it just maybe just behind cooking. I mean, it's not that it's useless. Of course, there's utility of fishing, but I'm just trying to think about things that can be useful, except fishing, of course. I don't think there's any, because yeah, there's the fishing trawler mini games, but outside of that, you know, there's not even any rewards yet for fishing trawler. So yeah, I cannot see any reasons why I will put fishing higher than C. Maybe if I continue, maybe I will think about it later on, but for me, it's just like you fish the higher tier you have available, you cook it, and then boom, you have your food. And outside of that, there's no point. I mean, I guess for weekends, you know, fishing with a big net increase your chances of like getting rare items, because big net you use more action because you get more of the items often. But outside of that, there's not really utility of it really about the skills, and if there's no rare events, you just lost that like advantage. So I don't think I will use it in the equation of either fishing is useful or not. So I think I'm just going to put that at C. It's not useless, it's not quite, you know, it's not like a top priority for me. All right, next we have fletching. Fletching can be quite important. With fletching, you can do darts, you can do, of course, the arrows, you can craft the bows, of course. Even though you can like crafting all the ranger gear, you can get it, and of course the clues, of course. But I think fletching is quite yeah, I think I will put it higher than crafting, because like I said, you can make so much arrows, and arrows is like the base of being a ranger, right? Like you need a lot and a lot and a lot of arrows. And yes, you can just buy them cheap with bronze and iron and stuff, but sometimes you want higher, like adamant, and it could be quite useful to craft them yourself. So I think I will put it higher than maybe not higher, maybe I will put it behind crafting, but for sure for me it's quite useful skills. And of course, with the woodcutting, I will immediately prefer to use all my logs inside fletching instead of firemaking. So yeah, I think for me, B tier for fletching is quite useful. Next, we have herblore. Herblore is like quite controversial, because herblore is like it's one of the hardest skills for sure to train in 2004Scape, and I will even say it's even harder than crafting, because getting your herbs can be really a pain in the ass. You have to kill a lot and a lot, like thousands and thousands and thousands of chaos druid and chaos warrior, or maybe any mobs that can drop them quite, you know, always with a good drops. So they really can be a pain in the ass to train. And even outside of that, I think it's quite a loss of money actually, because yeah, I think it's a loss of money because people don't really buy that much potion. They will either make them themselves, or they will just, you know, I don't know, man. Yeah, the problem is that herbs are so rare and valuable that herbs are sometimes priced more higher than any potions. I think they actually are more pricey than any potions. So herblore is for sure a waste of money to train it, but it's quite useful because, like I said, you get a lot of potions. Like they can be really useful. But the problem is that any of these potions are really necessary in the end game. Mid game and early game, you don't really quite need them. In my opinion, you can do all this part of the game without them. So that's why it's quite controversial. I think I will put it at C, guys. I think I will do it, man. It's not that it's useless, because for sure there's some potions that are really good, but if you're not in the end game, herblore for sure should be one of your last skill to increase. For sure. It shouldn't be one of your first priority. As for usefulness, like I said, potions are really needed in some, you know, precise situation in the end game. Either it's for picking, either it's for, you know, KBD and stuff, or maybe doing legend quest. But outside of that, it's not that useful in my own opinion. So that's why I'll put herblore in the C tier. And yeah, I think it's the best spot for you. There's so many pros and cons with the skills. I think it balances out, and I will put it in C. Next, with the hit points. I mean, hit points is not a skill that you can just grind like that. You know, you have to train it either with combat, with magic combat, either with combat melee stats, or either with range. But of course, High points should be, hey, there's no, you know, it's like more health equal more action I can do with before dying. I mean, it's just obvious. I can even put it at S, you know, just for that. But yeah, I think hit points should be just there. Obviously, like it's passively training as long as you continue to train your combat stats. Of course, for skillers, maybe it's not that useful, but even sometimes, even for the skillers, because eventually the skillers would want to increase maybe agility or thieving, and both of them require to be able to have quite a lot of health before dying. So I think that could be really useful for them. And yeah, I think even mining, because some mining spot actually have barriers and, you know, aggressive enemies. So I think merit points should be, you know, a priority for them eventually. So yeah, I think for me, hit points should definitely be STR. There's no question about it. Of course, it's not like I will not tell you, all right, you just start again, go grind hit points. It's not that. It's just that hit points actually, you know, train passively. It's not like something you train hard to do it. You just do it while training any other combat stats. So for me, it points S tier, no question about it. I think it's just the perfect way to go. Next we have magic, and magic is so broken. It's STR. It's like I should even make a whole tier for him. I should like making fucking SSTR. It's so good. It's so good. You can do everything with magic. You can teleport, you can combat safe spotting with it, you can transform your aura into bars with super hit, you can make money with higher level alchemy. For real though, if I have to tell you to grind and train one skill, it will definitely be magic. Magic is incredible. You should do it. You should train it, and yeah, you should just do it, because even if you're not a fan of magic, just doing at least minimum 55, you will get a lot of teleports. You will get high alchemy, super hit items. They're quite useful, and even for magic combat, 55 is quite enough. You will have like the wave attack and the bolt attack. So yeah. For me, magic should be your top priority if you really want an advice from me. If you really need to decide if there's one skill you should train immediately, I will definitely go with magic. Magic does everything. It's fantastic, and it's one of the most broken skills in 2004Scape. Next, we have mining. Mining, of course, it's really good. I mean, you can do anything with it. We can do like we can, you know, mine all the ores necessary to get like for the arrow tips, for the iron knife, I mean the knives, the weapons, the armor. I mean, of course you can obviously get all of the armors and weapons outside of smithing and mining, but for me, I don't have to think about smithing. I just have to think about mining. And for me, mining, yeah, I think it's quite useful. Of course, I'm going to where exactly, I'm just not sure where exactly, but I think right here it's the perfect spot, because yeah, fletching, yeah, I think I will put it right there. I think it's the lobby for me. Mining, for sure, it's more useful than herblore, just because, you know, it's not a end game skills like herblore and all these. And like I said, the higher mining you have, the higher the fastest the process is about getting all the ores required for a lot of the stuff you're going to do. And it's really fun to do as side magic. You know, you just mine magic, you superheat, boom, you have some mining XP, you have the bars and stuff. So I think we'll put it right here. You don't need to have 99 mining. I guess just 50 or 55 can be quite enough, just for the, if you are really about the iron and the steel, iron and the coal ore. But outside of that, yeah, I think I'll just put it right here. I think it's a good spot. Now we have prayer. The problem I have for prayer is that after the 43, there's not quite any reasons to continue to grind really harder, because you have unlocked all the prayers actually. I think the last one is like, I think it's protect from melee, if I'm not, yeah, I think it's protect from melee, right? The last one. I'm always confused between the three protect magics, but yeah. Anyway, the last one is level 43, and after that, there's no really reason to continue to. Of course, you're going to do it passively while killing monsters, and you know you're going to continue because you want to eventually max your account for sure if you're one of these players. But outside of that, if you just want to, you know, unlock all the stuff, and after that you don't care about 99s and stuff, yeah, prayer actually is out of there. Of course, I'm going to put it in B tier because, of course, the prayers are really useful. But after that, you're not going to continue to grind the skills. Or at least it's not going to be a top priority if you don't want to get 99 prayer. The problem is that I don't know where I will put it though. For sure, I will put it higher than these. Maybe behind attack. No, maybe IB. Because for sure, during your early and mid game, your one of the top priority goals should be to get 43 prayer. But after that, it's going, you know, after that you lose that priority. But if you're in the early or mid game, for sure prayer should be this top priority. Like, it's the early game, it should be STR, but I'm cutting it for everybody, so I will put prayer at B tier. Next we have range. For me, range is A tier for sure. Range is really one of the best stats. I mean, there's a reason why everybody train it harder, because you can save spot with it. It costs way less to train than magic. You know, the gear is quite good. It's quite easy to acquire also. So we'll put it range at A tier for me. Like for me, it's the best combat method over here. And yeah, I don't know how to say much. Plus we have the magic short bow now, and the magic bows, I mean, that can do the special attack and stuff. So yeah, I think I will put it here, A tier. I think range will be my first A tier. Next we have runecrafting. Runecrafting is a skill that is going to cost you, I think, 2 millions until from level 1 to 44, and after that you're going to make quite a lot of profit if you grind nature runes from level 44 to 99, because nature runes is one of the most useful. I think it's the most wanted runes in 2004Scape, and after that it's just so easy to grind it. When you actually reach level 44, it's really easy to get a lot of nature runes, and after that, and you will make a lot of money. Like you can keep a lot of them and just sell all the extras, and you're going to make millions and millions of GP, because nature runes are really quite difficult to get. Either you buy them at the major arena, but they're always out of stock and it takes so much time to respawn in the shop, or you drop them on monsters, or you craft them. So for me, for sure, it's not useless. It's not going to be CDWF. I think it's going to be, yeah, I think I will be behind, because for me, I think the Amulet of Glory and Ring of Wealth are more important than nature runes. And I'm asking myself about the short bows. Yeah, I think I will put it right there. I think the B tier for runecrafting is quite good. You know, I think I'm going to put it there actually. Yeah, for me, it's the perfect place for them. Because I'm thinking about the short bows, and yes, you can get them, of course, and the clues, but it's RNG, it's boring. You prefer to just be able to craft them or buy them, and yeah, I think fletching for that is higher. Amulet of Glory for sure. Attack is just attack, you know, of course, and prayer. Well, prayer is way useful, and the early and mid game and even end games than runecrafting. So yeah, I think I will put it right there. It's the perfect spot for me. Next we have smithing. Smithing is again a skill that is going to be hard for me to actually rank, because there's a lot of pros and cons of it. For the cons, of course, all the armors, all the weapons, wookers, right? I mean, you can get all of them in clues, or you can even buy them in some shop and stuff. So it's really bad that increasing smiting is not that useful, but there's quite good utility with smithing. For example, you can craft items that you can then alchemy them with magics to gain some money back. You can do the knives, you can do the arrow tips, you can do, you know, quite some good stuff actually that can be really useful for. Yeah, you can also, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think it's just because of all the range gear you can make, you will be able to also do the cannonballs, which will be quite useful. So for sure it's not in CDF. I think it's going to be higher. For sure it's higher than smithing. I think it's higher than runecrafting. Yeah, I think I will put it right there. I think I'll put it right there. But the problem is that we're not on 2005. If it will be in 2005, I'll put it right higher. But even that, I think I'm just going to be there. Yeah. The problem is that really, just because of the jewelry of crafting and the like, maybe question myself if I should actually increase the both of them here. That's the problem. I don't know. I'm going to let them be here for now. After that, I'm going, if I see everybody in B, I'm going to change it. Next we have strange. For me, strange obviously is higher than attack. Should be either A or S tier. Yeah, I think I'll be at the same tier as range. I think for me, strange, the problem with strange is that if you're a skiller, you don't really give a fuck. It's, you know, it's not the same thing as 8 points for skillers. 8 points for skillers can be quite useful for, you know, power grinding, agility or thieving and stuff like that. But outside of that, it's, you know, strange have no values for skillers, so that's why I'm going to put it here like the same as range. And yeah, I think it's going to be about it, you know. I think it's just going to be there and staying there, and I think A tier is the perfect spot for strange for sure. Yeah. Next we have thieving. Thieving is quite, you know, fascinating, because I'm not actually a pro of thieving, but I will say for sure it's quite useful. I'm just thinking about a gem style at level 75 that makes you able to get a lot of gems that can then be used to cut them for a lot of crafting XP and make jewelry out of them for crafting. So it's really a hub for it. You can also lockpick the door for the Chaos Towers to be able to kill Chaos Druid quite easily. It's the same in Yanili Dungeon, I think, to get to the Blue Dragons, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if I'm mistaken. I think that's that's okay. I think that's right. So for sure it's going to be bits. Yeah, it's not a top priority because it's more useful for end game content. For example, farming the herbs for herblore or for high level crafting levels with crafting and stuff and money making and stuff. And to unlock, of course, the end area for blue dragons or chaos druids to farm forever, like I said. But I think I'm going to go up here. Yeah, actually up here. Oh damn. Yeah, I think thieving should be 8 tier. Thieving is like one of the most easiest and fastest 99 you can get in 2004Scape. It unlocks some quite good stuff for the end games. I think I will put it there actually. I don't know if it's controversial. You should tell me in the comments. But I think based on what I have in head right now, I think thieving should be a 8 tier skills for me. Yeah, I think it should be, man. Just because of all the unlocks and all the the stuff you can do with it, it's quite good for me. I think I'll put it in the 8 tier for sure. And next, the last one, we have woodcutting. Of course, woodcutting, the goal is to get logs for sure for fletching and firemaking. But outside of that, there's no really other things to think about it. I have to think about it. Like, do you have any other things? No, there's not any other things because of course when construction is going to be on board, it's going to go way higher. But for now, construction, we're not going to get it right now. It's going to take a lot of time before it comes. I think it's coming in 2006 and we're still in 2004. So yeah, for sure we're not getting construction yet. And I think woodcuttings have no synergy with the slayer skills. So but for now, just thinking about the fletching skills and the firemaking, yeah, I don't know. I think it will be at the next as mining. I think it's just like a process of doing these two higher, but I think it should be there, Yeah, think about it. I think I will put it right here. And now that I can think about it, maybe I should just change some, just to some stuff, right? Where should I put? Because I think there's too much in B. And I think, you know what? I think I will put it right here. Yeah, I think I will do it like that, man. I think so. Should I, fletching for the magic balls and the darts and crafting for the jewelry, for the end game jewelry. Yeah, I think I will do it. Yeah, I think I'll do it that way, guys. I don't know if it's controversial. I mean, of course, it's subjective. You can always, be right or, be approve it or disapprove it. So, yeah, you know what, guys? Just tell me in the comments if you're okay with this list. If what change will you make? I think for sure, firemaking is the right spot. Magic is the right spot. But of course, for the A, B tier, maybe there's some controversy about it. Maybe you can take me in the comment and tell me about it. I will really appreciate it. And maybe I will learn stuff from you guys outside. But yeah, that will be my opinion of the most useful skills to the most useless one. So yeah, fun night. So yeah, guys, it was fun night. I hope you had a fantastic fun time to watch this video. And like I said, don't hesitate to comment what your opinions about it, and to like the videos and subscribe and share the channel and stuff. Take care, everybody. It was fun night. Peace out. Peace.